Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students and viewers. This is the third question that we are going to solve in our this video, and this third question is related to the assignment number 1 of the subject business statistics, which has subject code 1430, and further it is related to the spring 2023 of AIOU examination system. So let's start reading the question, then later we will discuss the solution. Differentiate between simple histogram and relative frequency histogram. Simple histogram is just based on the absolute frequency values. Look at this frequency: 45, 32, 34, 22, 16, 12, 9, 5. All these are absolute frequencies. The graph that you have construct on the basis of this column is termed as simple histogram, and it is in the form of bar or bin. Now relative frequency histogram is we have to be construct a relative frequency histogram first, then on the basis of relative frequency histogram we are going to construct the graph. How we will find relative frequency histogram column? By dividing each value of frequency under frequency column which has absolute by its total, we will get into decimal or probability form. So sum of that column is always equal to 1. So on vertical axis, frequency has been replaced by the relative frequency column, and it will termed as relative frequency histogram. Now come to the numerical part of this question. Here is the frequency distribution of length of phone calls made by 175 people during a Labor Day weekend. Construct histogram and frequency polygon for this data. So we can more explain this concept in a numerical way in this part. Look at this. Smart students or viewers can easily understand the sum of this column, frequency column, is equal to 175. Let's move to the solution that I have made in Excel. Look at this length in minutes 1 to 7, which is given in the class intervals or class groups. So look at this. There is a difference between upper class of the first group and the lower class of the next consecutive group. So if you want to convert into the class boundaries, in order to remove this gap of 1, take the difference of 8 minus 1, 7 is equal to 1 divided by 2.5. Subtract 0.5 from the lower class and add 0.5 in the above class. The same step will be repeated in all next class intervals. You will get the cross boundaries, but when you will calculate the midpoint, either you will use this class intervals or class boundaries, you will get the same midpoints here. Okay, now I am going to construct the histogram. So first I am going to be select this column with label frequency. After that I am going to option insert, and after that I am going to click on column and select this one. Look at this. This known as bin or bars. Now I am going to explain here a little bit histogram from the perspective of question number 3 part A. Look at this. Here you will compare the height of the bar or bin and find out the corresponding contribution of the frequencies related to the corresponding class. Look at this. This is okay. Before proceeding, I am going to be modify this graph, because here we only have a frequencies on vertical axis, but on the x-axis or horizontal axis we don't have midpoints. To add this series, I am going to be click on this one and OK. I am going to be convert into the histogram. So how I am going to convert into the histogram? First I am going to be add the midpoint series, select data, click on edit and select this one and OK. And OK. You see here is a midpoint, but no need to become here midpoint. Let me add it. Without labeling, I am going to add this one. OK, look at this. By mistake I have added midpoint cell in this graph, but I don't need this. I only need values on the horizontal axis, so I am going to rectify this one. So now you see this is a bar chart. Now I am going to be convert into the histogram, because in histogram there is no gap between this one. So to reduce or to remove the gap, you need to be convert this class intervals into class boundaries. Remember this one. OK. Now I am going to be format data series. OK. Here is another point to be shared with you. If you at the beginning, when you are going to construct graph without midpoint, just using the first series frequency, must select label. But in second step, when we are going to add the midpoint on the horizontal axis, no need to select midpoint label. You got my point? Now in third step, when you are converting into a histogram, here if you do first step without selecting frequency or label, this series option will not available to you. At the end of the question I will show you. So in order to converting into the histogram, I am going to be convert gap into 0, and now come to the fill, vary by colors. Now border color, if you want to change the border color, solid fill, and solid fill I am going to be choose the red one to make it prominent. OK, then close. Now look at this red lines play as a role of separating lines between the bins. Now it is converted into the histogram. OK. Now time to convert the frequency polygon. For frequency polygon, we need 2 additional rows, because the polygon is always a closed graph. So I am going to be add 0. Just select this one, format, and format this one. OK. Now again going to be select this frequency column again and move to the insert. Now this time click line and click on this line. Look at this. If I will not include 0 cells here, then it will not be a closed frequency polygon. Now it's a frequency polygon. Now I am going to be keep it parallel to each other to show you the advantages or some merit of these 2 paragraphs. Let me check this one. OK, need to be here. Frequency polygon. This frequency polygon. This is histogram. histogram. This is histogram. Again, look at this. On horizontal axis there is no midpoint, so I am going to add midpoint again here. So I am going to be select this one, right click, and format data series, sorry, not format data series, select data, edit. After that edit, you need to be select this one and OK. Here again you will get 4, 11, 18, 25, 32, 39, 46, 53 midpoint, and close is 0. So I am going to be make it more detectable. So I am select the line graph and add data labels. As you click on data labels, you will see against every midpoint you will get the corresponding frequency value of here 45 on the graph. Now it's look more attractive. The same I will add here by add data label here. So look at this 45, 32, which is midpoint of this class interval, and this midpoint exactly against 45. Look at this 4 and 45. Now by comparing the two graphs here, histograms and frequency, you clearly see that here on the basis of bar or bin height, you will relatively compare the contribution or length in minutes of the call. But here you will see the pattern just like a trend line. See, 45 is highest, after that there will be a decline in minutes calls, means number of people who uses 50 to 56, almost 1 hour call is almost 5, but people who make the call between 1 minute to 7 minutes is highest. As the duration of the call in minutes increases, the number of users of the call decreases, and there is a decline trend as you observe from the graph. So this is a comparison between the histogram and frequency polygon. I hope you will find this answer useful in solving your assignment of question number 3 of this assignment. So if you have any question or query, please ask me in comment section, or if you want to add something from your side, drop your suggestions in comment section. Please do not copy it as it is. Use your own mind, and if you found any yes, another I'm going to share with you. Look at first come back to the question. So look at this here, 35 after 39. So it is not possible. Look at this 7, 8, 15, 21, 22 and 28, 29 and 29. After there must be 30. So in my perception or in my understanding, this is a typo error. By mistake he is write 39 instead of 36. So please, you should correct this one in your questions. I also write it as it is here, so please correct this one. So I hope you will find this question useful. If you found any error or mistake regarding calculation, please drop in the comment section by highlighting that mistake or typo error. Thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum.